Hi everyone. Welcome back to Mixed Media Morsels Homespun. Today I'm going to work on my April page and just document another little memory. And I'm really enjoying this journal turning into a book of memories. I think I said that before, but I just can't stress it enough. It's just been really nice. Okay, so here's our page for today. And I want to give you the little food for thought item, which is familiar. There are so many things that we experience as we go through life that are familiar. And the item that I'm going to offer you to include, if you'd like, on your pages is thread or yarn. So you can come up with whatever you like for that. And what I'm going to do is capture a little memory of more things that my mama taught me when I was just a kid. One of those things was to crochet, and another one was to do embroidery. So I'll get into that a little bit more as we go along, but first I'm going to just get a background on my page here. And I've just picked out some little scrapbook papers that I want to include on this background. So I'm just going to kind of piece these together, and then I'll be adding a couple of little memories. All right. So when I was a kid, my mama taught me how to crochet, and I learned how to follow a pattern, and I would make doilies and things like that, the kind of things that she was making, only I made them a little on a simpler scale, you know. But it was so much fun, and I truly enjoyed that as a child. And then when I got older, I made my first little blanket. It wasn't a big blanket like to fit on a bed, but a lap blanket. I'm sure a lot of you know what a granny square is. And so that was my first blanket. And I didn't make a bunch of small squares and attach them to each other because that seemed like too much work. So I just kept going around and around and around and around. But it worked. It was effective. But I did the same thing with some thread. I bought some of this sashiko thread. It's very thin. It's like a thin crochet thread. And I wanted something that was variegated because I wanted my little square to have a lot of colors because my blanket had a lot of colors back then. So I took this tiny thread and my trusty crochet hook, and I just crocheted this sweet little granny square. I just thought I would attach it to the page, kind of like a little motif, and just put it on my page as a memory of that granny square blanket that I made a long time ago, long time ago. So I'm going to put it on my page, but I'm going to put another piece here first. Because I'm talking about the embroidery that my mama taught me also, there's a couple of other things I'm going to add. First of all, this is the type of embroidery that I learned when I was just a kid. And so it was stamped embroidery, and my mama would let me embroider on pillowcases and things like that. So I just looked up some vintage embroidery designs, and this was one that I saw, and that's very much like the type of image that I would embroider when I was young. And so I thought I would take some of this yellow scrapbook paper and just attach this cute little piece to this and give it a little frame. And then I'm going to put it in a pocket that I'm going to make down here. Now the pocket, I used again some of that same thread, the multicolored sashiko thread. And I just stitched some little corners into this piece of lightweight canvas. And I thought it looked really sweet, especially with this going in the middle. I thought I would just attach it here in the center and put this here as a little pocket. And it would show some crochet and it would show some stitching and just kind of cover all the bases. So I'm just going to glue in just a couple of spots. I'm going to glue the little granny square down onto the pocket, and then I'll glue the pocket on. And then once I get this sweet little duck attached here, this will go in the pocket. And then one other thing that I wanted to add was something I found in a magazine, and I thought, how perfect. I've had this for a little while, but it just turned out to be perfect for this page. And so I'm so glad to be able to use it. And I'm going to attach it to the page here just so that it kind of sort of sticks out of the pocket just a little bit there. And then I'll have the rest of this tucked down inside there. It's so cute. Their little head peeking up over the top. I love that. And then I've got a little sticker, a little label I want to write a little phrase on. Here we go. It's really fun. And like all of the rest of these pages, this is just so simple, and yet it really holds a special meaning and a good memory for me. And as always, I'll be putting a little note inside here. I don't have anything ready just yet, but I'll be putting a little note, a little bit of journaling inside there to notate what this memory is about, and put it right inside the pocket. So anyway, I love this simple page. It turned out so sweet. All right, you guys, have fun creating yours. And as always, I will look forward to seeing those in the Mixed Media Morsels Facebook group. So take care, everybody. Have fun creating, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.